Aquarius, hi, welcome to your read for September 2021. I am going to do a Celtic cross and I have 4 oracle decks here. We're going to see the suggested approach, which your spirit guides want you to know. By the way, like, share, subscribe to the channel. I just started on this YouTube journey. It would be great if you guys join me for the rest of the journey on this channel. What else? I've changed the format. I'm going to be doing 1 video a day for each zodiac sign, for 1 zodiac sign a day. Blah. For 13 days, and then we'll recycle it. I feel like instead of doing 3 videos a day, it gives me time to just focus on 1 sign and do your read. So, although I do 2 videos a day, I don't feel as rushed to edit right after, so I can record as many videos as I like, and then I can just edit them slowly, and that allows me to work on the sound quality, the light, whatever, you know how it goes. Anyways, Aquarius, I had a download, by the way, and it happened on the day I was doing Cappy's video and your video, so I'm gonna share the download with you guys. I have downloads when I sleep, usually after my personal dreams. I'm gonna share that on YouTube, but after my dreams, I have a little download before I wake up. It's kind of like I'm awake and I know I'm downloading, and this time I had somebody, very feminine figure, reading stories to me. So I told Cappy and you in this video that maybe it's time to focus on parental figures. Maybe a parental figure needs your help at this time, and if things haven't been going too well with the parental units, I think it's a good month maybe to fix that, definitely. So Aquarius, let's get to your read. Let's start. I like Aquarius. You guys are opposite of me. I'm Leo, rising Leo. You get the Hermit here. Yeah, you guys are opposite to me on the zodiac wheel there. But I feel like we're 2 sides of the same coin. Fixed sides. And I actually have a very good friend in Hollywood, California. It's an Aquarius, and after the war, nobody would hire me after Afghanistan, and she hired me at a Hot Topic because I couldn't find a job in a hospital. Nobody was sensitive to the fact that veterans were coming home from Afghanistan. This was in 2001, and she saw the good in me, she saw the light in me, and she gave me a little job to hold me over until I could get a hospital job working somewhere in LA. So Aquarius always has a nice near and dear space to my heart. So let's start with your read here. Aquarius, you have a very interesting read. I can already tell from the card and the color coordination here. Maybe some of you are color coordinating outfits. What's that about? Anyways, you have the Hermit card here. This month, you're in some sort of deep thinking. Deep thinking, but deep digging, and it's not like the Hermit. Look, I don't look at the Hermit like he secludes himself from the world and he has to go think. Although he does go to the top of the mountain, it's because his lantern holds a star. It's long enough for him to climb the mountain with that lantern. It's always going to give him light. I feel you're doing a personal journey within here, and there's something here you want answers to, right? Your challenge is 5 of Cups, okay? So, normally in the challenge position, I'd say, your challenge is to turn around and look at the good things, right? And don't cry over the spilled milk here. But I'm feeling it's reversed for some of you. And I'll explain why later when I'm looking at this, why the challenge is. Maybe the challenge here for some of the Aquarians are to look at something that's kind of fallen away and look at how to rebuild that. I feel like your challenge is not to turn your back to something. you know. And I like that this is my tarot channel and I could read the cards the way I like feeling how I should read the cards. And I feel like this is definitely, this read is going to resonate for an Aquarian that doesn't need to turn their back on something. They need to actually work on it. And supporting the reads is the Seven of Swords, right? Gathering the resources. There's some resources you need to gather, and it's from the mental space. Right now, this doesn't feel like a very love-oriented read, but it could be dealing with work, it could be dealing with family, it could be dealing with your friends. But you need to gather some resources in your mind before you pursue forward with it. I feel like it's going to be a discussion. I feel like it's going to be kind of a play on words. Maybe a war on words here too, because this is a war and it's the morning before the war starts. He's collecting these swords. There's something you need to say here, Aquarius. And here in the past, Ace of Wands, something you were passionate about started. Maybe it could have been a project of passion. It could have been something you were passionate about in regards to like love, or in regards to like maybe a hobby type deal. Or maybe working with some friends. Here your strength is Knight of Swords. I like that for your strength because this is you, this is Aquarian, this is you moving forward and fast towards something here. What is it though? I'm not sure. We'll figure that out. Yeah, because I feel like you don't... This read is very... I was about to say it in Japanese, gyaku, but it's very opposite, right? Normally I would look at these cards and I would say, yeah, you need to turn away from something and you need to be careful with how you approach this. But I feel like there is something here that's calling your attention this month, Aquarius. For the month of September, there is something calling your attention, and it needs to be spoken. And it needs to be spoken from a space where you've gathered the resources with the Seven of Swords supporting the Hermit. In the future, energies here, Two of Coins. And I feel like this is kind of a warning for the future here where you're balancing stuff. So if there needs to be something discussed about finances at work, or finances with the couple, or finances with your boyfriend, girlfriend, it needs to be kind of expressed and needs to put out there. Aquarius, why are you holding back, right? But your strength is that you're not holding back. But maybe you're holding back from the word. You know, maybe there's a throat chakra thing going on here. And you do have that yellow color here for your hopes and fears. So maybe you are afraid to express something vocally. Mentally, energetically, you're not afraid. But your spirit guides want you to know, the cat spirit, claim your independence. Some of you might have cats. Actually, my friend in Hollywood, she has a lot of cats. She had one. She has 5, I think. Not sure. But the cat spirit, claim your independence. And I feel like claiming, it needs to be said, right? There's like an episode of The Walking Dead, right? Daryl wanted the rabbit because he was going to cook the rabbit, but then somebody came in from another gang and then they said claimed. And then he got in a fight with him and he said, why are you taking my rabbit? He goes, well, because I said claimed. So maybe some of you have to say something about this situation here. What you need to know is your commitment is being tested. Is it maybe you've seen something in the relationship that's not resonating with you, or within, you know, your person, and it's not... I can't even talk because it feels like my throat's brought... Blah. Yeah, and you know, I think in your fear is that you think that you're less of. But I like this card. It says you are epic. So maybe some of you have to vocalize that. Some of you need to look in the mirror and actually vocalize to yourself, you are an epic person. And I feel that the reward comes for you in October, at the end of September here, because you have this Treasure Island card. And maybe that's you discovering the gifts of you being able to say what you need to say to people around you. I'm kind of curious what's going on astrologically with my Aquarius rising folks, but we have Mercury retrogrades happening at the end of this month, right? So I think it's a good time, kind of like what this read is trying to say, is it's a good time to vocalize things now before the Mercury retrograde, because even if you mess up during Mercury retrograde, you're going to learn quick with this Knight of Swords. You learn a lot faster messing up during Mercury retrograde, and some of the best transitions have been Mercury retrogrades for some people, right? And don't let astrology scare you. I have a friend that says, "Oh, Mercury retrograde's my ex coming back. I don't want him to come back." Just don't let it scare you like that. That's not all what Mercury retrograde's about. It's funny because at the bottom of the deck we have the Ace of Swords. So, but no, that's not what I'm. Ignore that. But don't take astrological transits like a bad thing. Take them as I can work on something. Like, today I woke up with a little back pain, and I was like, moon sitting in my 6th house, 100%. I went to go look at my transits, which I don't always look at my transits. I don't need to, but I looked, and sure enough, the moon's sitting there in the 6th house. So the moon sitting in my 6th house means it wants to keep me in bed. I was like, nope. So I got up, I walked outside, I did a little yoga out in the park, came back, my back is good as new. I'm out of the bed. And then I was careful the rest of the day, right, not to exaggerate and hurt my back. That's how astrology works. So maybe this Mercury retrograde is important for you, Aquarians. 3 of Wands. Yeah, you want something better when it comes to a situation here that you're here for this read for. It's going to resonate differently for everybody. And I feel that with the claim your independence is you want to claim something here, and it could be due to some independence. Maybe some Aquarians want to break up with a person, and you're just not doing it because you're too afraid. Queen of Pentacles for your commitment is being tested, right? Some of you might feel like you're nurturing somebody, overly nurturing, or you're babysitting somebody here. Could be babysitting an earth sign, and it's just not hitting well. You're not feeling it anymore, I feel. And the reason you may not be vocalizing things to, because the Queen of Pentacles, she is epic, she's sweet, she's a nurturer, she's the ecologist here. But yeah, 10 of coins, right? So the reason you're tired of that is because you see things in a bigger perspective, and maybe the other person doesn't see the bigger perspective of the relationship, or whether that's work, a friendship, or the family, right? If it's a family that doesn't see your perspective, then it's time to say, hey, look, it's time to vocalize what I need, blah, blah, blah. Treasure Island, and King of Wands comes out. Well, I did say you were opposite sign of the Leo, and I feel like King of Wands is a very Leo card. You might be dealing with the Leo, Aquarius. You've been having Leo come out in your reads for a while, Aquarius. I don't know what that's about. But it could be Sagittarius as well. You also have a lot of Earth here, or maybe another air sign. You got them all here, honestly. Except cups. No cups? Yeah, we have no cups here. But it doesn't matter. Let's talk about it. What's this Treasure Island? Well, you expressing what you want instead of holding back, and not being afraid of getting burned, because the king, he's protected from fire. What you need to know is whatever you vocalize, you'll be protected during this Mercury retrograde as well. I feel it's a great chance for you to make mistakes, and you'll be protected here. You'll be super protected, because if you make those mistakes, and they may be just little mistakes, like I'm not telling you, hey, go break up with your boyfriend, girlfriend now. You don't have to do that, right? But if you feel like maybe you've made a mistake, I feel like because the Mercury retrograde is like that quickly goes away. And you're able to learn from this situation quicker than you would. Whereas if you prolonged whatever you're prolonging here, because it's very funny, because intuitively when I saw these cards, I was like, nope, this is opposite. This is not the way that it's supposed to be read, the Five of Cups, but it's very opposite for you. Your challenge here is to look at those spilled cups. Look at them, because you already know there's 2 good cups behind you. Aquarians, I really need you to look at this card tonight. And you do need to focus on those cups that are spilled. You can go to another tarot card reader and they might read it the other way for you. But you need to focus on what's spilled here a little bit longer, because you have the Hermit also here, and you have the Seven of Swords gathering your resources. It's kind of like a montage month for you, September. If you're starting a workout routine, that helps you in that hermit mode, by the way, because you have the Ace of Wands next to him, so maybe some of you are starting something physical. And I feel that's going to pull you out of a situation by giving you the strength to communicate what it needs to be said here, and you get something good out of it. And maybe it's the recognition from people that you need here, and I feel like the recognition comes from you vocalizing something. And although I don't do the whole, oh, you need to clear your throat chakra thing, well, maybe, because you do have that in your hopes and fears, the color of the throat chakra. Maybe you do. Maybe that's just once on my channel. Anyways, Aquarius, this has been your read for September. Really cool read. I think if you guys persevere and think about it just a little bit longer, and you kind of guide yourself through communicating through these energies, you have something very nice waiting for you at the end. So work on that in September, and don't be afraid of Mercury retrograde. It's time to make some mistakes. Sure, okay. Prepare for it. I'll talk to you guys later. See you in 13 days, Aquarius. Bye.